Guys, it's Paula, and I am back to do a video today. It's time to work on our next page for the rainbow book. And so today is yellow. So I just gathered up a bunch of stuff that was yellow, different papers, so forth. And so I don't have any major plans. I just know that I want all these colors. And so I know that the background of one side of the book is going to be this. Now, I haven't really came up with anything for the other background. I had thought about using this, but I think it has too much pink in it. This is one of my quilt tops that I am working on. And so we're going to probably end up decoupaging like we always do because, you know, that's pretty easy. And I don't have anything other than just cardstock. And I kind of like putting like something you can see through. I kind of like having that on, you know, the whole process. Here's the fabric that we're going to use. You know, it has like a little floral white. It's real delicate. And I just thought it would look great with all of our other stuff. And here's some old book page that I put stencil on. And here is an old sunflower that I had cut out from a long time ago when I did one of my granddaughter's books. Then I thought we could put this button with twine in the middle. Here's a goldish yellow butterfly. And then, of course, I have to do our little tabs, which I'm going to use buttons on each of those. So we've got 4 buttons. And we have a little yellow bag. We have yellow irises out of an old book. Yellow flower of some sort. I believe that's a Mrs. Cog. And here is a tag. That's a yellowish gold, but it's more on the yellow side. Here is a proof of purchase ticket out of some Tim Holtz stuff. Small project life, large project life. Here is another large project life and a few little yellow embellishments. Okay, now, oh, and this came out of an old book, Yellow Butterfly. And then I have some yellow lace that I used on a dress. This is the last of it that I used on a dress for my daughter when she was young. She was like 3, and I made her this long yellow dress. She was in a wedding, and so she had to look cute. Okay, here is some more yellow with polka dots. There's some more yellow with polka dots. Different yellow. Here's the yellow. And let's see what this is. Oh, this is a white card. This is a white card. And we're going to make something to go in the card. Okay, and then we have this little card that says thank you inside. That's yellow flowers. I guess I just had an extra something yellow. We have a yellow bird. We're going to have to cut him out. He's kind of a dirty yellow, but there he is. Okay, and then we have this cool yellow paper. I think I'll do some collaging with it. So we're going to collage first in this window seed pack. It's actually I don't know what they call them, but I call it seed pack. Yeah, seed type, variety notes. So I thought we would do this first today. And then we also have our dictionary page that says yellow right here. And that's going to go in the background. And then we have our music sheet. And then we have some individual copy paper to stencil. Okay, so we've got a lot to do. So let's get started. I think what we'll do first is collage this. I want to put one of the florals inside there. So let me see which one we'll end up looking at. That one's too small. We may have to get a different one if neither one of these fit. I didn't even try it. Yeah, that one's too small too. But I have more yellow. I'm going to grab it right here. So I'm using Mrs. Cog's images. You know how she names hers Yellow in the Garden? That's basically what we got here. And we'll just pick one out. Something that will fit, or we'll cut it to fit. Everything Mrs. Cog does is beautiful. These are white, so I know they're not going to... Well, here's a yellow. That's pretty, isn't it? It's a little short, but if we leave some of the white, I think I want to use this one. So if we just leave it like this, and we can attach it at the bottom. Let's see what it looks like inside there. Got to do a test run here. I want to make sure it's not going to show. The white will, but yeah, see, that'll be all right. We'll glue it into place so it doesn't move around. Pretty. Okay, that's the one. Now let me move these out of the way. Put them on this table beside me. Okay. And I want to show you real quickly how we're going to do the envelope. So it has to be an envelope with the square cut or rectangle cut fold over flap. We're going to make a color with yellow for the inside of this envelope. Now, I have a die cut that I got just Friday. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Stamps of Life stamps and dies, but that's what this is here. And it is called Scalloped Envelope Liner. So if you were interested, you could go to the Stamps of Life, just Google it, and you can purchase one of these. So you put this piece in your die cut machine, which I've already done, but I want you to see, you lay it on your paper. It will only cut up to 6 inches, so you have to, or maybe a little less, I don't know. I didn't put enough in there. I had to redo it, but so you lay it with the blades down, and you pick which one of these you want, okay? And you put the blades down on those in the flap. Or if you want it solid, you don't put one in. And you run it through your die cut machine. And give me a second. I'm running some yellow and white stripe. Okay. And ooh-la, there we go. You slide this down. I folded it. It has a score line, and I already scored it. You slide it down into your envelope, center it up, and just attach a little bit of glue there at the top. Make sure it's at the fold, and look at what you end up with. Now, you could add a solid color behind it. You can get different color envelopes as long as they're this shape. You have a scallop edge, and on this one I put hearts. I just think it really dresses up the envelope, don't you? I love it. So this is something new I just bought on Friday. Stamps of Life came to Tulsa where I live and did what they call a pop-up sale. So I got a lot of little goodies. Excuse me, I'm gonna have to blow my nose. Allergies are killing me this morning. I don't know about you guys, and I'm cold, and it's not even that cold. That's always kind of not a good sign when you start feeling cold and your nose won't stop running. Okay, I just don't want it to be a nuisance. All right, so we got that cut and ready. And, you know, this goes pretty fast once you put all your stuff out. You know, all of this goes pretty fast. So I think what I'm going to do is, since this is in my envelope already, let's go ahead and use some of this. You want to line up your little flap. Now I'm just going to I'm going to use this. I think it will hold it. I hope. And let's see. Now we know the blue will turn white, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm just gluing the top flap, not the bottom. I've not ever done one, so I'm not sure. And of course I've bent this right here, but it'll be all right. It'll get bent along the way. And then you just slide your card in. And I was thinking too, you could even put this design on your card. I'm trying to think what I do with my card. Here it is. It got piled under some stuff. So they also have, this is just a store-bought card, but they also have what they call the perfect card. And so you can cut out your card base and it will never be like the store-bought ones. It will always be completely square. They have one with an oval and one that's just like this, the A4. And so what we'll do is we'll end up sliding this in here. But I think we're going to put some of this yellow paper on part of this card at some point. Not now. I don't want to bore you with that. Okay, so that's how the envelope is going to be done. And this is the flower that we're going to put inside of this collaged thing here. So we're just going to start. I've pulled out some yellows and dictionary paper and music sheet and different, you know, some of this sunflower paper a little bit, different yellows. And here's a lined yellow for the back and so on and so forth. So let's just start doing it. I think I'm going to move my, project to the right side. It just feels better. Don't ask me why, but it just feels better. Okay, so I figure we can just kind of start tearing this to fit down the side, maybe right here. Yeah, see, I like it hanging over like that. Now, I need to bring this up a little bit. Because I don't want it covering the picture inside. Now, bring this all the way up to the corner. Yeah, see, it still needs to be a little bit thinner on this side. I think it's just taking a layer off my paper. It's all right. Okay. Let's see. I like the way that looks, don't you? Maybe just take a little bit more off. Especially at the top part, because that's where the big flower is. Yeah, there we go. So we'll put that on first. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. I finally finished that book that I feel like I've been working on forever. It was a little more involved. It's, you know, but it's over. And I'm thinking the next book that I'm going to do is going to be a sewing book. Now, it is going to be inside a 3-ring binder that is a vintage binder for the 1970s. So we'll try to see if we can keep it with the 70s. Okay, ooh, I like that. All right, now let's put some yellow on here. Let me find, well, maybe even some of this. Why don't we do this right up in the corner or right down here? So this is going to take a minute because I'm going to painstakingly tear around this sunflower. So I was at Hobby Lobby. They had their Paper Studio stuff on sale, and I thought, well, I am going to find me some florals just to cut out to use in my collaging and so forth. And so I ended up buying some of this, and then I decided when it was time to do this yellow page, you know, I bought several extra sheets. I thought this would be perfect for what I have in mind, you know. So let me make sure we're in camera. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can kind of see what we're doing here. How's that? Okay. Alrighty. So I thought we could put this here on the edge and kind of let it hang over this. But first I want to put some dictionary paper. There's no telling. I'm trying not to do a bunch of teeny tiny papers because it just takes forever when you do that, and I'm learning. Okay, so I think we'll do it right off the sides here. Let's see what that ends up looking like. I've been liking using the dictionary paper. It's real thin and it helps it to not be so bulky. So I like that. Let's make sure, let's do like this. I want to make sure it's straight, but I also want to make sure it's off the page on the right side. Easier said than done, right? Okay. Yeah, I like the way that looks. I wonder if I should fold that over. Nah, I don't think that would be smart. I don't know how well it would do on the corners, you know. So I'm just going to cut it because it has a lot of sticky on it. And it's going to bug me and be in my way. You know how it is. There we go. Let me throw this in the trash. Sticky, sticky. Okay. So there, we're starting to get there. I tell you what would be pretty right here is some of Gail's ribbon. Let me grab it. I've got it right here. She's got like I've been kind of saving that one strip that I had left. Now, I'm not going to worry about getting this white trim involved, but I'm thinking that maybe I want to tear it a little better. Let's see. I think I want it along the bottom. And then I can put the sunflower in the top right hand corner. That'd be a good spot for it. Okay, come off of there. Now I'm going to put this on here, but I'm going to, let me see how far down I can go without showing gray. There we go. Yeah, that's perfect. I am going to be working on, I've kind of mentioned this in my last video, that I am working on doing some digitals. Because I have a lot of Grateful doilies and a lot of older laces. And I just thought, you know, I might as well. And I've got a lot of old pictures, like the really old ones, you know, on the hard cardboard type backing. And a lot of children, which is what I prefer on those kind of things. All right, so now we want to fill in that corner right up there. Maybe we'll put some music sheet right here, and then we'll be ready for the sunflower to be stuck up there in that corner. Okay. Yeah, I think I like that. You know what? I think I'm going to just glue that in this end and see how far across we can get this. I'm just going to put glue on the bottom portion of the music sheet. Bang, 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 bang. Sorry. And we're going to lay this down here as straight as possible. Let me make sure. Yeah. I did it like that so I would make sure that it would tear the appropriate size. And here we go. And I think on the back, I'm going to use some of the same music sheet as I used on the front. Okay. Now, yes, I love the way that looks, guys. What do you think? And I'm going to put this right up there. Then I got to change paper. I'm sticking, everything's sticking to my paper over here. Okay. All right. I'm just going to put it up into this corner. I think this will look really pretty with in one of the pockets for the one we're going to be using. Okay, so there we go. That's the front. So let's flip over and get busy on the back. I think I'm going to do this flap right here first. And I think, let me see if we have enough. I think we do have enough. Let me see. Either way you look at it, you have to have it straight here. And this is showing the lace. And I don't want to kind of cut it in a zigzaggy motion because I want it to fit nicely on there. So we'll do it right here and put it up to the crease as much as possible. And I'll trim it after we decide what we want on the other side. I'm thinking we want some dictionary paper maybe. I'm going to cut it straight so that it fits on that one portion. But we got a tear right there, so we have the right look. Okay. So we've had, my husband worked on till like 9 o'clock last night. And so I pretty much just hung at home and worked in here in my craft room like I usually do on every other day. And just tried to catch up. So now I'm going to trim off of the edges so that it's a clean look here. Okay. Everything likes to attach to me. Okay, so that looks good. Nice. So good so far. Trim that a little bit, sticking out there. So yeah, that's looking great. Okay, so now I want to put this yellow down the middle. And it almost covers the whole thing, so that's all right. We're just going to do it. And then we'll put stuff over the edges, right? This is a heavier cardstock that I'm about to put down. So you really want to, when they're heavy, you want to load them more with the glue. Because it doesn't take much. I'm putting this down the middle because it's going to be the journaling spot for the back of the book. Let's just put these together. Not used having white on here, huh? Or just a blank page, I guess I should say. It may not be usable because look, it's got, well, we'll figure out. I'll add another piece here. But I'm going to flip this over because I don't want it to like get dye or anything onto my, I don't know if it will, but I'm not taking a chance. Okay, so we did dictionary paper right there. So let's do some music paper on this other side since we've got a long strip here, you know, already. And I think what we'll do is just tear it straight down. Let's see what that's going to look like. We'll do it this small way. Yeah, I think that'd be all right. I think I want to trim some of this white part off in this one section there. I put a lot of glue on here so it sticks down. And I'm thinking maybe we want another sunflower back here. I'll just have to see what I've got. All right, let's do like this. I think this is gonna cover the, yeah, the text paper really good. Flip it over and trim it. This is going to be more than one part because what will happen is we'll finish this and then we'll lay out how the page is supposed to look if we have time. If not, we'll have to go into the next part. Okay, so we want to do something down this side. I'm thinking some yellow paper. If we've got something that will look good. I don't like that. Ooh, like that one. Let's see what we got here. I really want it to be brighter than, how about we use some of this? I think I'm going to do that. that didn't go like I planned. Might have to. And I tore it the wrong direction. So let's see what it looks like up here. I may not like it anyway. No, let's do another piece. It's not what I had in mind. So I'm going to put the flat edge over here. And it doesn't feel, it feels awkward for me to take my paper back instead of forward. You know, when you pull it forward, you get a bigger white line than you do if you pull it back. So I think I'm going to put this up in this corner, and then we can trim off that part. Yeah, because it'll fit around that corner. Now I want it kind of a straight, nice straight corner. Okay. Put it right there. Bring this straight down. Now, right in here, we're just going to need a little bit of text. It just needs a little snippet of text. So I've got some dictionary paper here, and I'm just going to put it right there. Okay. Just kind of stick it up here in this corner. Make sure it's straight. And then I've got a little something going on right here. But I'm going to see if I have another sunflower. I do. I do. So that's nice. I got to pick up this piece of paper I just dropped so the dog don't. She will steal my paper and she will eat it. She's the craziest little thing. I have to chase her and she'll run when she gets it. She just thinks she's so cool because she stole another piece of my paper. Listen, yesterday, she made me crazy yesterday. I don't know what her deal was. She didn't want me to video. She didn't want me to do anything that kept her from doing what she wanted. She has a tendency to do that sometimes. I told my husband, he was gone all day yesterday, and I told him, I said, listen, I don't want to look at her today. It's your turn. You get today's duty. He usually does Saturday and Sunday. So he gets up this morning. He says, I think I'm going to go have breakfast because he knows I don't like to get up and shoot out the door first thing. And I said, I just looked at him like, not unless you're taking the dog. I need some break from her. It's like having a toddler. I mean, it's like having a toddler. So I don't know if you guys are noticing, but the collaging goes faster and faster the more you do it. And so, yeah, I love that I have finally been able to speed it up some. You know, let's put some, what do we want down here? Let's put some of Gail's leftover trim. I have just a little bit here. So let's see what we can come up with. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay. Now, do we want to put our little bird back here, or just save him for making something. I think I want to just put a label back here, and then on as far as he goes, we can put him on something else. Okay, so that's the top. I'm like, why am I holding that the wrong direction? It needs something down here. I think I'm gonna see if there's another small sunflower. I know there's big ones in here, but I don't know if I have any small ones. I'm looking. See, they have the big ones in my basket, but I don't think I have any of the small ones. So, I have another yellow flower that's small, but I don't know how it's going to look on here. See, it's not really... No, I don't like that one. So, let's see what this looks like, even though it's gigantic. Huge. Massive. What other word for big? Yeah, this one's pretty big, so it may take the whole bottom, you know, across the whole bottom. But I can let it hang off the book, which is what I'm thinking. It doesn't have to be the whole. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to try to take the other part of. Just going to do it like that. Yeah, there we go. It's not my best tearing on that one. But at least yeah, there we go. Let's cut that off. No more worries on that. I'm going to trim this right here because it's kind of in the back. It seems like it's longer than it should be. Okay, now let me get this paper that's sticky out of my way, and we will, of course, I'll ink this up, but we don't have to ink it up on camera. There's how the back looks. Now I'm trying to decide, do I want a label on here? Well, let's just look at what we've got and see. I'm going to move that to the side. I don't know if you guys know, I didn't do the same as Roxy Creations, Rachel at Roxy Creations, but I got my inspiration from Roxy. She's so talented. So I'm gonna bring our little thing over, and I love that it has that yellow in it, but I don't think we're gonna have any yellow little tags. I've kind of got like an orangey color, but nothing yellow. Let me see what these bird cards look like, because we're not really going, oh, see, now these would work. Stick them on the back, right? We'll replace the tag with this little label. But anyway, what I was going to show you is, look at all this. Can you see? Let me make sure. Oh, it's pretty close, isn't it? Let me move you out. There we go. You see a little better. It's pretty big, but it has all my different things I cut out and flowers that are pre-bought. Some I watercolored. So you get, you know, just all kinds of goodies here. Birds. Here's some of them that I did the last couple days. Yeah. So I just tape up the inside here with double-sided tape so that they don't slide into the binder. And yeah, pretty easy. And it gives me a big space to put whatever, and I can see, you know, in there really well. So I kind of like that. I think I'm going to go ahead and ink around this a little bit, just a little bit. But it has our yellow birds on here. I'm sure that these are maybe a robin. I don't know. I do not know my birds. I know cardinals, I know woodpeckers and what they look like. I know what sandpipers look like, and doves. And I know what barn sparrows look like because we had them. And 2 years ago, we had some sparrows come into our entry right above our front door and make a nest. Well, it was a mud nest, and they made a major mess. Is no other way to put it. Major mess. And I'm going to put this right here. Let me make sure I've got that straight. Yeah. Yay, there we go. Now, this is how it looks here. And then on the back. And I thought, let me see if I have any yellow clips. I don't think I do. Well, maybe I do. It's kind of a orangey yellow, but I think it'll work. We'll make it work. But I really think I want a smaller one. Nope, that's really orange. Okay, here's trying to grab one that's got a yellow look to it. It's not as easy as you might think. I don't think I have any small ones. So we'll just use this big one right here. And we're going to make like a little clip there. And we'll add some, I think I've got some yellow seam binding, but I don't have any yellow lace right here handy other than what we're going to use on the page. I don't want to use that, so we'll use this one. And this one we did when we did the video, so it's real crunchy, and because I sprayed it with that Tattered Angels, you know, and it just did it exactly like I wanted it. So you kind of have to work your way through it. Now, I am going to tie this and make it just, I'm just going to double tie it here and make it just kind of like a, I don't know, like a little decorative clip that goes on our page. You do need to double tie it if you don't want it to come off. You can, if you really don't want it to come off or slide over, you can add some glue underneath the seam binding. There you go. And then as you're tying it, you can straighten that out a little bit. And you have a little yellow clip with decorative seam binding. Now, we can put it on the top or we can put it here on the bottom. But I think what we're going to do is put it right here. Okay? Now, or you could put it up here. Just either way that it holds the this closed. Yeah. I like the way that turned out, don't you? Okay, so that's one thing done and completed, so we can move that to the side. Now, let me see how much time we have. Ooh, we're not going to have enough time to do the page, so I'll finish this video and I'll go straight into the other one. So we have enough time on here to cut out our little bird. So I don't know if you guys have any of these spring cut scissors, but they really help if you have thumb or finger issues. Just let you know that. My thumbs have been bothering me. I don't know what I did, because I haven't had trouble with them. in forever since the surgery, but I think it's all this repetitive work I've been doing, if I had to guess. So just cut this out the best you can. I don't worry about having a white edge. You know, as long as it looks like what I'm attempting to do when I'm finished. This is like a little watercolored bird. Yeah, I have these. I bought these at Joann's a couple years ago. They had like this clearance going on. So I bought like 2 of the paper pads and a box of the, 2 boxes of the cards. And, yeah. I was like, I need to tea stain those, and I can use those for a lot of different things. Hang on, little bird. If you move your paper rather than move your scissors, you'll get a better cut. There we go. Okay, let me move this paper. So I'm thinking on our card that we had, that maybe on this side, we can do a little collage in this corner. Maybe even the sunflower in this corner. And then we'll just set the little bird on here. Maybe on the seeds or something. I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and cut this rather than tear it, since it's not part of our collage sheet. And then we'll glue it down. Now, as you can see, I am really not a perfectionist when it comes to cutting, because this is supposed to be junk, right? So I just I try to stay as much on the lines as I can, but I don't worry about it super much. Listen, I cut out so many flowers yesterday that my hands were exhausted. So next week, I think it's next Sunday, a week from today, Charlie and Lucy are going to be in The Wizard of Oz. Now, he's a munchkin. I know I told you that already, but he has gotten better and better at it. He has cracked me up. I don't know what his makeup's going to look like, but he's going to be in the very front because he's so tiny compared to the other kids. Although, you guys, praise the Lord, he's growing. His height is doing better. We're getting some positive labs, and, you know, to the point, I say positive, not the lab itself, but things that are happening positively in the lab. And, you know, we have waited and waited, it seems like forever, for that to happen. So there we go. How's that look? Let me put some glue on that. I want to make sure you guys can see what Paula is doing. I'm just kind of playing it by ear as I go along here. You know, it's rare that I plan anything. I just know it needs to be yellow. And I don't have any yellow envelopes, so that's why I used my insert to make it look. Whoopsie. Let me bring that over a little bit better. Well, I guess it's on there like it's going to be on there. Let me make sure there's nothing hanging over. Nope. Now, what happened to our little bird? He has disappeared. I don't see him anywhere. Where did he go? Wonder if he was mixed in. Oh, there he is. He's under all the trash. Poor little guy. I think I'm going to set him over here. Yeah. And I'm going to put a little bit of ink around him so that he stands out from the sunflower. I should have inked the sunflower too because of this white paper. I don't know that the ink's going to make any difference, but we can sure try it. Okay, let me put some glue on there. Oh, he's got a big blob of glue on his head. That's so funny. Looked like he had a little tumor there or something. A little growth. I don't know why, but it got it messy on my, it spread the ink a little bit. So now I think we'll do a little bit in this corner, and that corner will be taken care of. I know I had another, let's just put some music sheet on underneath there. Okay. I just don't want it to be completely stark white. So that's why I'm adding this little bit. Oh, crud. You never know what's going to happen when you put your paper down to be glued. I didn't like the way that looked, and so I thought I'll tear it while it's still wet. And it tore onto my envelope. So I've got to put a little something there now. How about some dictionary paper? I want it to look separate from the other. Yeah, that'll work. And then we'll be done with the collaging portion. And we'll move on to the next video when this one's over. Now, I don't know if he'll get them both up at on the same day. It'll probably be a day apart. So this is part 1. That looks so crooked, Paula. What is up with you today? So I'm going to pull that off. We'll redo that one more time, because I don't want it to look okay. There we go. Let's trim that off so we can kind of see what it's going to look like. We might need to add something. I'm not sure. Oh, and I need to find the letter Y. See how it got a little bit of brown behind his head from the ink that I put on him? So I don't like that. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Okay, so I want to find the cards that we usually use. I say that, and I don't know where they're at. So I'll have to look for those in between videos. I'm trying to think what I did with them. Well, we'll find out in a minute. So we've got this is glued down here. So I'm going to fold it, and we may make a clip for it as well, but right now, you know what I may end up doing is just inking on here lightly. around the edges. And it will make it not look so obvious. I'll just do it like this. Yeah, I actually like that better than the white. So let's just go over. We'll go over the characters here. Yeah, I like that much better, don't you? Yeah. Now I'm not going to do the back. I might do around the edges, but I don't know what I'm going to do with the back yet. So we'll just hold on that. But there we go. And so if I make another, what did I do with it? There it is. If I make another little, yeah, this is what it will look like. And I think I will. So I'll do that off camera since you watched me do one of them already. But I think that'll look cute, don't you? All right, guys, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this first part of the yellow page for the rainbow book. And I'll be back with part 2. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you to all who have recently. I appreciate it. See you guys in the next video. Bye.